What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Hopefully y'all all are having an amazing day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. It really helps the channel and I appreciate it. I read all the comments and I reply to them all. So any questions, whatever it is. What's my favorite fruit? It's probably strawberries. Leave it down below. So I'm done with work. Today was a great day. It was a 16-hour day, essentially 2 days of work. A quick story popped in my head. Moved a guy yesterday who he was probably in his 70s, early 70s, had a bunch of money. Had 3 homes. His car was an $80,000 car, owned his own exotic car repair business, and he bought a really nice home that was $1.3 million. And I asked him, while I was moving his stuff, I was like, hey, it's like, Ralph, Luigi, what do I have to do to get a house like this? And he said, work 7 days a week. And like, that's something, I appreciated that knowledge for sure. But that's something I already realized, but just hearing him say it really solidified it and cemented it. So he said he used to work when he was younger at a mechanic shop, started at the age of 15, worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week, about 80 hours a week. And his friends at that time were probably, if anything, working 20 hours. So he was accumulating money 4 times quicker. And he was learning an amazing skill. Because I'm sure he didn't realize, or maybe he did, that he's going to end up owning a car company, that repairs vehicles. And he already had that knowledge. So by putting all those hours in, he mastered his craft, and he was able to open his own business and succeed. And now he lives a very nice life, had a beautiful home right on the water, bought a mansion by me where I live, and yeah, doing great for himself. So he said, work 7 days a week, 80 hours a week. Don't be afraid to invest your money. He said in real estate. He said he used to always looking for short sales of foreclosed homes where homes are already on a discount, and then he would purchase them, put a little work into them, and resell them. So, asking people how do I get what you have, or how do I, do what you're doing? They like to share the information, and they're actually giving you a shortcut. That's the cool part. So the more people you ask, the quicker shortcuts you get, and the more likely you are to get to where you want to go, because you can apply all that knowledge that they gave you. So that's, very valuable knowledge. So I do my best to work 7 days a week. Some days, I don't have work at the moving company and I don't have a side job lined up, so I am off. But I try to educate myself at the minimum, and have, knowledge I can apply elsewhere. So one thing I'm doing is studying real estate so I could have a real estate license and passively sell homes, as well as just connect with more clients and people who are involved in homes, because I do work for a moving company. I've mastered my craft. I'm not saying I can't learn more, but I've put well over in 10,000 hours. So yeah, I know a lot about the moving business, and now I'm doing handyman stuff, which eventually I'm going to master that. And by doing the real estate and selling homes, I'm just more submerging myself and cementing myself and giving myself more exposure. So you want to build, laterally, So like, let's say you work in business, you give out business loans. You are going to want to study things that apply to that, and surround yourself with the people that need those business loans, or can teach you how to move up where you are, so you could reach new levels and new heights of what you're doing. I don't know too much about business loans, so I don't know what exactly you could study, but if you're an electrician, let's say, obviously you could start doing side work, work for someone where you're going to keep learning, and maybe learn like solar as well. So you could start your own, electrician company, and dominate a market. So you pretty much have to master something and then dominate it. And that's what this guy did, and that's why he was multi-millionaire. So I really enjoy asking people what they do and how they got what they got. So the guy I moved today was 91 years old, healthy as can be, walking around, no issues. He owned a house in Brooklyn, which it's rare to have a house in Brooklyn, especially where he had it. And it was a $2.1 million home. So I asked him what he did, and he said he worked as a longshoreman for 40 years, which is someone who works on the docks and takes containers off ships. And yeah, it's a union job, pays very well. I'm sure he was working, they get a lot of overtime, so I'm sure he was putting in 80 hours a week, and he did really well for himself. I don't know if he had any side ventures, but a lot of money. He just bought himself another mansion by my house, and not my house, but where I live with my parents. I live with my parents to help myself save more money. So yeah, he bought a really expensive house by me, and he's keeping the house in Brooklyn and renting it out, where it's a really large house. He has like 2 sides he could rent out, and easily each side's gonna go for $2,500, so he's gonna make $5,000 a month just off that home, and it's definitely paid off. And he's waiting to get a really good offer on the home, where someone hopefully offers him. Now the house is worth $2 million, but he's surrounded by apartment buildings. It's like they built apartment buildings all around him. So someone is going to want to buy that land and it was big land, and they're going to want to put an apartment building there, where that's like a $50 million project. So obviously they could pay him more than $2 million for the property, because the amount of money they're going to make on it, it's worth to pay him, let's say 3 to, hell, I would hold out and try to get $5 million for my home. And then, you know, you set up, he had like 10 grandkids, so you can set up all his grandkids from that sale, because eventually he's going to pass away. But yeah, so today at work, I gave those people my business card as well. So large family, about 10 people, so hopefully one of them needs work. If I could do work for some of them, or they could mention my name to someone, it's how I look at it, it's those 10 people, no 10 people, so that's about 100 potential customers right there. And I plan on giving out all my business cards, which I think I bought 500 or 1,000, and once I give them all out, 1,000 business cards times, you know, they're each in someone's hands, times 10 people that they know, that's 10,000 clients I could get just from word of mouth, which will keep me very busy, which is a great thing. And I don't even necessarily have to do it. I could train someone to do the handyman work, because it's not super difficult. It's pretty rewarding. Yesterday I had a handyman job. It took me a little bit of time, about 3 hours. I had to build a big wardrobe, but I made $185 off the job. I was trying to ask for more, but the lady was gonna go with someone else, and I figured I'd make the money instead. So I lowered my price for her, and she gladly accepted. And then I talked to her about why did she decide to go with me, because she had other people message her back as well. So I always ask questions to learn as much as I can to get my shortcuts. So don't be afraid to ask questions. And yeah, today was a good day. I made, I think, almost 800 bucks today. And yeah, tomorrow I got work. And yeah, you know, gonna give the customer my card, hopefully get some business out of it, and I'm gonna keep growing my business. Let's do this, guys. I want you to become business owners yourself and grow really successful companies. Yeah, all right, peace.